So let me explain the makeup. I have been taking more cosplay photos. It's been helping with my mental health. It's fun, and I just took some cosplay photos and I don't feel like scrubbing this off and doing a more normal look. So this is what we're going with today. So hi everyone, my name is Shauna in case you don't know, and welcome back to another video. In today's video, I'm going to be sorting TV show characters into Hogwarts houses. I just thought that this would be fun. I don't know, I thought it would be fun, so that's why I'm doing it. Let's start off by going through the Hogwarts houses and their traits in case you need a refresher. So we have Slytherin, they are ambitious and cunning and resourceful. And we have Hufflepuffs, they are loyal and patient, and I feel like Hufflepuff is the catch-all house. You don't fit into any of the other houses, you're gonna go into Hufflepuff. That's just what I feel like. I'm a Hufflepuff, so that's no hate to Hufflepuffs. And we have Ravenclaws, known for their wisdom, and we have Gryffindors, who are known for being brave. I don't know why I'm thinking of so many words right now to describe Slytherin and Hufflepuff and not Ravenclaw and Gryffindor, considering for like a large portion of my life I thought I was a Ravenclaw and a Gryffindor. Turns out I'm not. But that's besides the point. Okay, so to give you some ideas of what TV shows are included in this video, in here I know for a fact I have Witcher, Big Bang Theory, Riverdale, Supernatural, Doctor Who, Umbrella Academy. We just have a ton. We're gonna go through this. We're gonna see who I pull out. I don't know how many I'm gonna pull out. Maybe let's aim for 10. 10 sounds like a good number. So I'm gonna be the sorting hat. Let's pull a name out. See who's first. Let's pull a name out. We got one. Okay, got our first name. It's my boy Jaskier from The Witcher. And to be clear, any of these shows that were based off of books, I'm gonna be sorting the character based off their TV show character and not off of the book. So Jaskier is sort of like the humor break, that's not the right word, like the humorous character. You know, like it's a very serious show, but Jaskier is there to bring some joy and some fun. He's very musical and fun, and he's my favorite character. I would love to cosplay him someday, although his outfits are like crazy, like it would be really hard to make them. Anyways, what house do I think Jaskier is in? Well, that's a tough one. I think he's definitely not a Ravenclaw. I don't think wisdom is his redeeming quality. I wouldn't say that he isn't smart, but just that's not his most noticeable or redeeming quality. I think he does have the chance of being a Hufflepuff. I feel like some Hufflepuffs could be like Jaskier, like really fun, like out there. He's like a social being, and I feel like some Hufflepuffs are like that. Not all, but some. And Hufflepuffs seem to be very like accepting and welcoming of each other, and I feel like Jaskier would like fit that. However, there's something about Jaskier traveling with Geralt, the Witcher, that makes him seem like he's either very ambitious, like he knows what he wants to do with his life and he is going to do that even if his life gets put in tons of danger, or it could also be viewed as brave, like he could be viewed as being really brave. So this is a little bit of a tough one. I think I'm going to have to go with Hufflepuff for Jaskier. I feel like he has very much Slytherin and Gryffindor qualities, but whenever I think of Jaskier, I think like of a bundle of sunshine, and that's just massive Hufflepuff vibes for me. So our first one, Jaskier, has been sorted into Hufflepuff. And next up, our second one. Next up we have Aisha from Fate the Winx Saga. Fate the Winx Saga is the live action version of the Winx show. Winx was a cartoon, it was adapted into a TV series, and Aisha is the water fairy. So immediately what's jumping to mind, and it might be just because she's water, she's blue, and Ravenclaw's colors are blue, I'm sort of like jumping immediately to Ravenclaw. I do think she does have a lot of wisdom and she is really, really smart. Thinking of the other houses, I don't think I'd necessarily put her in Hufflepuff. Like everyone has some Hufflepuff qualities to them. Like everyone has at least one. You always could fit into Hufflepuff because we'll accept anyone in our house, but I just don't think that Aisha would be put into Hufflepuff. I think if she were existent in the Harry Potter universe, like she would definitely be a student at Hogwarts because she's British. She already goes to like a magical boarding school. She's literally perfect for Hogwarts. I don't know if I'd really consider her cunning or brave either. Like I don't think those are her most like memorable qualities about her. So I'm gonna place her in Ravenclaw. I feel like she's very smart and I think she'd have the determination to study and do her schoolwork that sets her apart from other houses. Like I feel like that would definitely put her in Ravenclaw, and I feel like we really need more development of her character in the second season of the show for me to like accurately sort her into a house, but based off of only the first season, like the first 8 episodes, 10 episodes, however many episodes are in the first season, I definitely say that she is a Ravenclaw, totally not influenced by the fact that she's a water fairy, blue. Totally not influenced by that, you know? Totally not influenced. Okay, let's pull out our third one. Ooh, okay. We have Rose from Doctor Who. I feel like it's been so long since I watched Rose's seasons of Doctor Who. but I'm gonna try and go with this the best I can. I do think that she's very like ambitious. Like from one of the Sorting Hat songs is like, Slytherins use any means to achieve their ends, and I feel like that very much fits Rose. Like none of the other houses are really like coming to my mind at all right now. Like Rose is very much a Slytherin. She is really ambitious and she really wants to get to be with the Doctor, and she'll do anything that it takes to be with the Doctor. I guess that could also be considered loyalty as part of Hufflepuff, but I very much think that she has very Slytherin vibes. I think she'd be a Slytherin, although I can see why someone would argue that she's a Gryffindor or a Hufflepuff, but I'm the Sorting Hat today, so I am putting her into Slytherin. Let's move on to number 4. Oh, okay. Looks like we have another one from The Witcher. We have Yennifer. Yennifer is the main female character that's an adult because the other main female character is a child. Yennifer has one of the most amazing story arcs that I feel like there is in TV right now. She goes from someone who is disabled and really struggling and not in a good place in her life, and she becomes one of the greatest, like, powerful sorceresses that there are. So the things that come to mind, she could be a Ravenclaw. She has to be really smart to be such an amazing sorceress, and I feel like to have her powers and to control her powers so much, she definitely have to have Ravenclaw qualities. So she has those qualities. I wouldn't necessarily say that she has Hufflepuff qualities. I don't think that this is a bad thing that she doesn't have Hufflepuff qualities. I just don't think she has as many as other people do. I won't say that she's necessarily like loyal or anything. She's very much focused on herself because she's been hurt and damaged by so many people throughout her life. So she would not be a Hufflepuff. I do think that there's a chance she could be Gryffindor, but I really don't think so. The house that I am actually leaning toward for Yennifer is Slytherin. I feel like she's very ambitious. She really like wants everything out of her life. If I were to combine houses, which I'm not going to do right now, I would put her in Slytherin because she definitely has tons of Ravenclaw qualities. She is very smart. She has a lot of wisdom. But at the end of the day, I think her ambition, and even she's slightly cunning, I feel like that is more of her qualities that overpower the others. So Yennifer is going into Slytherin. Nothing wrong with Slytherin. I know some people like Slytherin is an evil house. Nothing wrong with Slytherin. It's just another Hogwarts house. Like, we accept everyone here. All houses are entirely valid. Okay, we're almost halfway done with this video now. Let's pull up number 5. Sheldon from The Big Bang Theory. So The Big Bang Theory sort of doesn't fit the vibe of the rest of the shows in here, but I don't care. This is my video. I can include who I want in this video. So The Big Bang Theory is more of like a humorous show. It's not really like a fantasy show or anything like that. So Sheldon is the like nerdy awkward character. So the first thing that comes to mind is obviously Ravenclaw. I think technically in the canon of the Big Bang Theory world and plotline, I think he's technically a Gryffindor. I remember specifically one episode where he does the do with Amy and he said something along the lines like a Gryffindor and a Hufflepuff in bed, how scandalous, or something like that. So in the canon he's a Gryffindor, but like he does not have that bravery to make him a Gryffindor. He doesn't have that. Like, I feel like he only wanted to be a Gryffindor because that's like the main house. And because I think he would think that it makes him cool, but he's definitely a Ravenclaw. Like, I'm not even going to consider the other houses. He has everything that makes up a Ravenclaw. And he also reminds me of Luna in the sense that he's like really quirky and he's smart. But he also has like his weird habits and a fun personality. And so Sheldon is like the Luna Lovegood of Ravenclaws in The Big Bang Theory. We are halfway done with this video now. Let's pull out 5 more. Pulling one out, pulling one out. Clary from Shadowhunters, which is the show that I'm currently watching. The books are better. The books are 100% better. But let's do Clary based on the Shadowhunters show and not the book. I feel like it's hard to sort Clary into a house because her character feels sort of one-dimensional in the show. Like in the book, she's this like well-developed, amazing character, and the show sort of failed her character a little bit. She wants to do everything in her power to protect the people she loves and to be with the people she loves. So I feel like that could be viewed as like a Hufflepuff quality, like wanting to protect and help everyone. Like she'd be willing to risk her life to protect the people that she loves. So it could be like a Hufflepuff quality. She could be Gryffindor. She does some like reckless and brave things that she thinks is right. So she could be Gryffindor. She could also be Slytherin because her wanting to like protect the people that she loves and like to be with the people that she loves could be like ambition. Like she could be really ambitious to see them. I wouldn't necessarily say that she's a Ravenclaw. The only Ravenclaw thing about her is I guess would be wisdom, to be blessed by the angel to make new runes. But I am not leaning towards Ravenclaw for her. This one's hard. I think I'm gonna have to go with Gryffindor, but I really could see her as a Hufflepuff or a Slytherin too, The reason why I'm going for Gryffindor is because I feel like a lot of Gryffindors are like really outgoing and they have main character energy, and not main character energy in terms of like she is the main character, but main character energy in terms of she feels like she's the hero of her story and everything revolves around her, which may or may not be true. And I feel like using the new runes that she gets sent down to her by the angels, or like sees, makes up, whatever you want to call it, I feel like that actually is a Gryffindor thing, because for all she knew, those runes could have done something bad, but yet she like trusted them and did them and everything. And I feel like a lot of times when she gets injured, like I see that Gryffindor energy popping out of her. So I really think that she would be a Gryffindor. So Clary Frey, you are going to Gryffindor. 4 more left. Ooh, Allison from the Umbrella Academy. Allison is one of the Hargreaves siblings, obviously. She is the one that can rumor people, so she can manipulate people to do what she wants to do by saying, I heard a rumor. Allison is like my ultimate comfort character. Like, she's not my favorite character in the show, she's just that character that like radiates comfort to me. Like, that if she were my friend and I were like having a hard time, I would like go to her and just like hang out with her for support, and I just think she's really cool. So because of that, I already feel like I'm leaning towards Hufflepuff. I think her powers are very Slytherin-y, but I think her personality is Hufflepuff. So I am going to choose Hufflepuff for Allison, but her powers are Slytherin, if that makes any sense. So yeah, Allison is a Hufflepuff, and I feel like honestly, if she were to be a full-fledged Slytherin, I feel like her time after they time travel, I feel like the time that she was in that, I don't know, I feel like she would have been trying to find her family more and be more like desperate to do that if she were a full Slytherin, because that would show more ambition. So Allison, you are going into Hufflepuff. 3 more now. Okay, we have another Shadowhunters character. This one is very different from Clary. This is Simon, Clary Frey's best friend. Simon is perhaps my favorite character in the show. I got interrupted by a phone call, but we're back. So as I was talking about, Simon from Shadowhunters, who may be my favorite character. He's a character that like in the face of so many challenges, he still maintains his like fun personality. And like, I feel like he can do nothing wrong. Besides like his vampire crap, like if he's low on blood. Which like isn't his fault. It's not his fault that he's a vampire. It's literally not his fault. So Simon is nerdy, so I feel like he could fit into Ravenclaw. I feel like he has the potential to fit into Gryffindor, but I just don't think he does. I mean, I think getting rid of the Mark of Cain was like a very Gryffindor thing to do because he could have died from it. But I just don't like get Gryffindor vibes from him, and I don't really get Slytherin vibes from him that much. I think at first he was very like Slytherin, like trying to be with Clary no matter what, and I think that led to his vampirism. His Slytherin traits came out and bam, vampire. But I don't want to put him in Slytherin because I feel like he doesn't have enough Slytherin qualities. So I'm going to put him into Hufflepuff, although he could easily fit into any house. I feel like his personality is just so much of like Hufflepuff personality, and he cares so deeply for people, and he is so loyal to his friends. So I think he is a Hufflepuff. 2 more left, and I don't think we have any Gryffindors yet. So can you please be a Gryffindor? Please, whoever's next, please be a Gryffindor. Okay, let's hope that this one is a Gryffindor. Nora from The Flash. Possibly we might have a Gryffindor. Okay, we might have a Gryffindor. Let's discuss this. So Nora is very ambitious because she travels back in time to be with her parents because she didn't get to meet her dad. But like, I feel like after that, I feel like Gryffindor qualities like pop out in her. I feel she's very brave, and if she didn't have Gryffindor qualities, maybe she'd be alive in the show still, and she wouldn't have had the ending that she had. So what am I gonna do? Am I gonna do Gryffindor or Slytherin? I feel obligated to do a Gryffindor. So Nora, you're gonna be a Gryffindor, although you could be a Slytherin. She does have a Hufflepuff personality, but like actual traits wise, I feel like she isn't a Hufflepuff, so yeah. Nora West Allen, you are a Gryffindor. Okay, 1 more left. This could be any house. Let's see who this is. Hopper from Stranger Things. Hopper is like the ultimate like adoptive dad thing, although he didn't sort of like officially adopt anyone, but he is sort of like the ultimate adoptive dad. I think that he changes throughout the course of the series. I don't think he is one house throughout the whole series. I feel like he does have his Ravenclaw moments. I think in season 2 when he's like hiding Elle from everyone, I feel like that's a very Hufflepuff thing. Like I feel like he wanted to protect people and that's why he was doing that, and I feel like Hufflepuff qualities of like patience too is really popping out there. Elle wasn't a Hufflepuff in those moments, but like Hopper was. He was thinking about everyone, and he was so patient with Elle and trying to take care of her, and I feel like that's a very Hufflepuff thing. And I feel like in season 1 he had very much Slytherin qualities. He was very ambitious. However, I feel like in season 3 he's turned into more of a Gryffindor. I feel like, especially that end episode, he does have a lot of Hufflepuff qualities, so this is making it really hard, but I think I might have to put him in Gryffindor. I think his like ultimate sacrifice is a very Gryffindor thing to do, and I think he's like really brave, and I think if he weren't brave and courageous he wouldn't have gotten involved in this world or anything. He could have just quit his job and like moved on to a different town, and he felt like too scared by it all, but he stuck with it all. He kept with it all. Even when things foreign and scary were happening, he stuck with it, and he was brave, and he fought through, and he is one of the ultimate heroes of that show. So I think I'm gonna have to put Hopper into Gryffindor, although I do see why people might want him in Hufflepuff. So that is all for today's video. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, feel free to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to me if you haven't already. Feel free to leave a comment down below in the comment section and let me know which house you think each of these characters should be in. So I'm gonna go get changed, wipe off all of this makeup. I'll see all of you in my next video. Goodbye! Wait, did I put Clary in Gryffindor? Was I stressing about having no Gryffindors in this video for no reason? Yikes.